Now, fans of Yellowjackets are probably already aware that the hit TV series actually won an Emmy, even though it has only been out for one season. Pretty impressive, right? But how does this change things for the second season and the show going forward? Let's take a look. Stick around for all the inside details along with other need-to-know Yellowjackets news. First up, Yellowjackets is officially returning for a second season, and since winning an Emmy for the first season, it appears that this could change things when it comes to the second season. Here's why. We know there's a lot of excitement about when it comes to Yellowjackets Season 2 on Showtime, especially after so many Emmy nominations. Now, we recently learned that the series was nominated for a Primetime Award, as were Melanie Lynskey and Christina Ricci. All of this sets the stage for more great content and potentially more viewers in the future. It could also have a big impact on what the network does for Season 2. Keep in mind that award consideration is critical for networks. It's also one of the reasons they invest so much in For Your Consideration banners. It's a way to get people to watch the show without them having to pay for it directly. People are immediately drawn in to watch. We know that the show and its cast were nominated for all of these awards in Season 1, so it stands that Showtime would want something similar in Season 2. If Yellowjackets can make a second season as good as the first, they can certainly rake in more award nominations and wins. There's no reason to avoid next awards season if you have a show you believe is deserving, and Yellowjackets is that and more, based on what we've seen so far. But what do you think? Do you love the show? Did it deserve an Emmy Award in your opinion? Now, speaking of the second season, here are all the upcoming season details you need to know. Firstly, is there any release date set yet? Well, we all know that Yellowjackets was renewed for a second season by Showtime in December of 2021, so fans can be confident that their favorite characters' stories will be continued. Still, it may be some time before the next season premieres. According to showrunners, the series will begin filming in late summer 2022, after the writers finalize the storyline. They also stated that filming will take place in the summer. The season will still take place in the winter. Furthermore, Gary Levine, a Showtime executive, told online sources that the network hopes to bring it back by late 2022. He stated, "We'd like to continue on an annual cycle. I believe our audiences deserve it. And I also believe that when you have a show with this much momentum, you don't want to let it go." Although the show was supposed to premiere in November, the writing and filming schedule suggests that December 2022 is more likely. So who can we expect in regard to the cast members? Season 2 will see the return of Christina Ricci, Misty, Juliette Lewis, Natalie, Tawny Cypress, Taissa, and Melanie Lynskey, Shauna, as the adult survivors of the plane crash. Misty, Natalie, Taissa, and Shauna's teen versions should be played by Sami Hanratty, Sophie Thatcher, Jasmine Savoy Brown, and Sophie Nélisse, respectively. Additionally, although teenage Jackie is no longer alive, the showrunners have hinted that Purnell may appear in flashbacks. Also, the second season should focus on more rescued team members, which means casting adult counterparts to the teen characters we already know. All the questions about Lottie, played by Courtney Eaton as the teen version, in the present day will have to be answered, so an adult version will almost certainly be cast. Lyle explained to Entertainment Weekly, Season 2 will feature adult Lottie. Fasten your seatbelts. Other characters, such as Van, who was previously played by Liv Hewson, may also be cast as adults. Now, before Season 2 comes out, there are so many questions that need answered. The shocking finale of Yellowjackets Season 2 has left fans with many unanswered questions about the survivors and their time in the wilderness. Yellowjackets' jaw-dropping finale has many fans wondering where the series will go from here. Thankfully, the thrilling drama series ended up answering some important questions. However, it raised plenty of others that still need to be answered. Firstly, where exactly is Javi Martinez? One of the most disappointing moments in the finale is that despite the presence of intelligent characters such as Misty and Ty in the wilderness, no one appears to be even slightly worried about Javi's sudden disappearance. Only Travis and Nat are out in the woods looking for him, while the rest of the girls are relaxing in the cabin. Javi is last seen by fans during the disastrous Doomcoming night, when he is left alone and high on shrooms. It's entirely possible that the bear got him, which would explain why it's acting so calmly in front of Lottie. Secondly, who is the mysterious pit girl? The identity of the running girl from the first episode of the show remains a mystery to fans, who have dubbed her Pit Girl on Reddit and Twitter. Some thought she could be Jackie, but thanks to the events of the finale, viewers now know that's not possible. The identity of that character is crucial to the plot because it is the first and so far only time viewers witness actual cannibalism in the series. With that sequence taking place during the winter, it's possible that Season 2 will finally reveal who she is. Next up, who is the eyeless man who keeps seeing Taissa Turner? Apart from the scary man in Jackie's vision, fans may recall an even more sinister figure who appears only in front of Taissa. A young Taissa and her dying grandmother first see the man with no eyes in a mirror, but he reappears when she gives a press conference in front of her house. The mysterious figure appears to have had no effect on the events of the series thus far, but no one knows what he may do in the future, or even why he occasionally is present in Taissa's life in the first place. Could he ultimately be to blame for some of the most heinous events in Yellowjackets? Another big unanswered question: who kidnapped Natalie Scatorcio? After the finale of the Yellowjackets' most likable character's future does not look promising. Natalie's suicide attempt is briefly interrupted by a group of strangers wearing necklaces with a familiar symbol on them. Almost following in Travis's footsteps, the symbol first appears on postcards Jeff used to blackmail the group, as well as on a tree in the wilderness. It appears to be the logo for a potential cult centered on the Yellowjackets themselves, but that doesn't explain why they've gone after Natalie or what they intend to do to her. Now, is Jackie actually dead? We need answers. Yellowjackets fans were aware that Jackie died early in the season. The way Shauna and everyone else acted proved it. The big question was, how did she die? Fans might have assumed she was eaten based on one of the first flashbacks. This is still possible. If Jackie's no longer alive, it is safe to assume that someone will argue that the team should eat her. This could cause a schism in the group, dividing the girls in two. Jackie, on the other hand, might not be dead yet. In the finale, she is shown frozen, but this does not necessarily imply that she is dead. What is going on with Lottie's cult? Another assumption that fans may have made was that there was only a few survivors of the plane crash in the present. Natalie, Taissa, Shauna, Misty, and Travis would be there until he was killed. The final scene of the show made it appear as if Lottie was still alive. This raises a lot of questions. One, if Lottie is still alive, who else is there? Second, why did Natalie's cultists kidnap her? 3, were her previous visions mystical? This is the bottom line. Is there any magic in this show? That is the most perplexing of all mysteries. So another big question, will Adam be connected back to Shauna? Most Yellowjackets viewers saw Adam as a red herring. Why did he suddenly appear? Why was he so taken with Shauna? What was he doing skulking around her house? The list of mysteries surrounding him is endless. All of this was done to distract viewers from the true blackmailer of Season 1, Jeff. Although some viewers may have guessed it, this may have come as a huge surprise. Adam's frequent disappearances for inventory meetings were a major red flag. Shauna was convinced Adam was behind it, which led to his death. The girls appear to have been able to dispose of Adam discreetly, but who knows if anyone saw them or not. One thing is certain, Adam will appear again in Season 2, in one way or another. And finally, what happened to the kids in the forest? In Yellowjackets, there are many unanswered questions about what happened to the kids in the forest. They appear to have turned to cannibalism as a means of survival. This is frightening enough, but there has to be more to it. This could involve magic, as strange things did occur in Season 1. They could be coincidental or more sinister. Who survived the ordeal, as previously asked? Is there anyone else out there besides the main 4 and Lottie? The answers to these questions could open up new avenues for theorists. And there you have it, everything you need to know about Yellowjackets Season 2 and why the series winning an Emmy will certainly change things up and make it even better than we could anticipate. Make sure to let us know your thoughts down below, and as always, thanks for watching.